Because fun fact, I actually tried to make this exact same video back in June and it didn't work. What's going on, everybody? I'm David, and this is our family's small shop, Mickey and Mandy. We're Disney adults that create custom bags, screen printed shirts, and handmade home decor inspired by everybody's favorite magical theme parks. And we are back this week giving you another behind-the-scenes look at how we make some of the handmade products that are available on our family's small shop, mickeyandmandy.com. This week specifically, we're going to be giving you a behind-the-scenes look at how we make one of our screen printed shirts, one of our newer ones, this Lightbeer Brewing shirt. But before we go too much further forward, everybody, I do ask, if you haven't already, make sure you check out our family's small shop, mickeyandmandy.com. And make sure you hit the subscribe button over here on our YouTube channel. This supports us in everything that we do, but this is also going to be an awesome spot to stay at, so that way you can see all the behind the scenes looks at how we make some of the awesome things on our shop. And we also do post the occasional Disney parks content, so you won't want to miss out on that either. Or if you're more in the market for some short form Mickey and Mandy content, be sure you check us out over on Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. On these platforms, we post a lot about the new products that we are posting and also our weekly ready to ship drops. You may also find the occasional Disney meme on there. All right, now enough talk, let's pull on that yellow strap and let's ride. So getting into the Lightbeer Brewery shirt itself, all of our shirts start with the design. And the design of the Lightbeer Brewery shirt on our website comes from two different loves and passions of mine, Toy Story and craft beer. Obviously, Toy Story is more the childhood passion, craft beer more the adult passion. I was a big Toy Story fan growing up, more specifically Buzz Lightyear. I actually just saw Toy Story in theaters the other weekend for the 30th anniversary release. That was awesome. It was so special for me, and it was just a truly magical experience getting to see Toy Story on the big screen. But getting more specific with Toy Story, I was also an avid Buzz Lightyear fan. I watched the cartoon growing up. I had an incredible Buzz Lightyear action figure and figurine collection. I played the video games. I ate the cereal. Anybody else remember the Buzz Lightyear cereal? And fast forward, a good couple of decades, and I found another passion in craft beer. A little bit of my backstory. We used to live in Colorado for a few years, and if you're from there, the craft beer is insane out there. You have so many different options from some very talented brewers, and we've moved around a little bit more, and I have taken that appreciation for craft beer with me to our most recent move. And I've always found the different names that they come up with for beers to be a lot of fun. So it was honestly just that simple. It was love for Toy Story, love for craft beer. Let's combine them. And also, the name Lightbeer is actually a little tip of the hat to a line that Woody has in the first Toy Story when he's kind of challenging Buzz that he won't be able to fly around Andy's room. He says, "Well then, Mr. Lightbeer, prove it." So, kind of a tip of the hat to Woody, more specifically to Buzz Lightyear, but also shows appreciation for craft beer as an industry. And I mentioned in my Muppet Vision 3D shirt video, which go check that out if you haven't already. I'll be sure to link it at the end of this video. That all of our shirts go through a very intense and rigorous design process. We want to make sure that everything is laid out correctly. We want to make sure it's not too busy. We want to make sure it's not too simple though either. Being real, I did not have that issue with the Lightbeer Brewery shirt. I knew immediately what I wanted this to look like. I knew immediately that I wanted this to kind of be that Space Ranger spin font. I knew that I wanted this to be the Space Ranger logo, but instead of a planet, it's got the hops plant in it. It's funny. Maybe it's more funny for me, but whatever. But I was kind of going for like, what if Star Command had a craft brewery on site? Lightbeer. So designing this was not a challenge at all. I knew immediately what I wanted this to look like. But in making the shirt itself, it does still pose its own challenges. But at this point, since we have finished cutting the design out on the Cricut mat, now it is time to weed. I did mention in our Muppet Vision 3D shirt video that weeding is my favorite part of the process. This is the part of making a shirt that I feel the most control in. This is also the one part in the process where I feel like I can turn my brain off and just kind of do it. I can listen to an audiobook, a podcast, I can watch a TV show, I can watch a movie, and not even think twice about it. I know these designs, I know what's supposed to be there and what's not supposed to be there, so it's just super simple for me to do the weeding. And of course, after we weed, we kind of line it up on the shirts, that way we know where specifically it's going to go. I do that by kind of going maybe an inch or two down from the bottom of the collar, and I do a little mark in the middle and then a little mark to make sure that it's lined up correctly. And then we take it down to the press, and then we adhere the design to the shirt. This is the part that I loathe entirely, because it is so stressful, because you honestly just don't know if it's going to work or not. In theory, it should work every time because you have the same shirt brand, you have the same vinyl brand, and it's the only difference is the design, because you also have the same time that you heat the shirt up for, it's the same temperature, everything is the same except for the design and the color of the vinyl. And I'm not kidding when I tell you that we have found that sometimes it's just the color of the vinyl and sometimes it's just that roll that you've got. Because fun fact, I actually tried to make this exact same video back in June and it didn't work, because for whatever reason I could not get the vinyl to stick to the shirt. It did not matter how many times I pressed it. It didn't matter if I bumped up the temperature, if I bumped up the amount of time, it didn't matter. It just wasn't taking. So I got angry and I put it on the back burner and I made a Muppet Vision 3D shirt instead. But as you can see, this time around it did work and it came out very nicely. I am super pleased with how this shirt came out. And seeing the design on the shirt, it's so cool to see what you get to design come out on a shirt. There's just something really cool about it. So this is the finished product of what the Lightbeer Brewery shirt looks like. If you do want one of your very own, be sure you check it out on our family small shop. That's mickeyandmandy.com, where we have dozens of other screen printed shirt options, but we also have dozens of other options when it comes to custom bags and pocket tees and home decor. So be sure you check us out. Again, that's mickeyandmandy.com. Again, be sure you subscribe over here to our YouTube channel so you don't miss out on future behind the scenes looks, and you also won't miss out on any future Disney parks content. Next video, we are going to be breaking down the 5 spookiest spots at the Walt Disney World Resort without having to do a Halloween party. And also be sure that you check out our Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. This is where we post all of our new products. This is where we post about all of the sales that we do. And this is also where we post the kind of sneak peeks of our weekly ready to ship drops. But as always, everybody, and more importantly, we thank you so much for being here and for watching, and we will see you real soon.